Why does poop sometimes float instead of sink? What does it say about health? Our bowel movements reveal a lot about our digestive health. One aspect that sometimes catches a lot of people's attention is a floating stool. It is generally said that a healthy stool sinks to the bottom of the toilet bowl. Occasionally, some float instead. This small observation can raise questions. Is it normal? Is it a sign of a health problem? Let us explore why it may indicate about your health. Let's take a look. What makes stool float or sink? Human feces are primarily made up of water, undigested food, the various bacteria, and minimal amounts of fat. The density of the components in human feces generally exceeds that of water. As a result of this density, human stool typically sinks when placed in the toilet. Floating stool occurs when the stool becomes less dense than water, and this can happen for a few reasons. Increased gas. Gas bubbles trapped in the stool to reduce its density, allowing it to float. Excess fat or malabsorption. If the digestive system is not absorbing fat properly, the stool may contain more fat, making it buoyant. A study published in PubMed Central evaluated 1,252 participants and explored whether a simple clinical sign, that of floating stools, could provide insight into these disorders. Specifically, researchers wanted to know if floating stools were linked to psychological health or colonic transit time, how quickly the stool moves through colon. From this group, 344 patients met the criteria for functional bowel disorders and underwent further testing, including psychological evaluations and colonic transit studies. Key findings. Floating stools were reported by 26% of patients with functional bowel disorders, compared with only 3% of patients with other gastrointestinal disorders. Using logistic regression, the researchers found that mixed IBS, a form of irritable bowel syndrome characterized by alternating constipation and diarrhea, was the only disorder independently associated with floating stools. Common and harmless causes of floating stool. In most cases, a floating stool is temporary. The factors include diet and gas. Certain food items that produce more gas in the digestive tract, such as beans, lentils, high-fiber veggies, and carbonated drinks, can all increase gas production. According to WEBMD, the gas becomes trapped in the colon, reducing its density and causing it to float. This effect is temporary, but if it becomes frequent, then it could signal gut fermentation and release gas. Fatty meals. Consuming a specific fatty meal can lead to the occurrence of floating stools. In such instances, it is possible for the stool to temporarily have a higher fat content than what is normally expected. Let's hear a nutritionist's take on it. Occasional floating stools are often harmless, typically resulting from higher gas content in the stool. Nutritionist Christy on Instagram notes that if it happens just once in a while, it usually just means there's more gas in the stool. However, if floating stools occur consistently, alongside other gut symptoms, this may indicate carbs or fat malabsorption, or at some point lactose intolerance. Christy, a gut health nutritionist, says that stool floating due to fat malabsorption tend to be sticky, greasy, and foul-smelling, while that with carbs malabsorption will be mushy and fluffy. Persistent malabsorption may point to issues with bile production, gut infections, bacterial overgrowth, or undiagnosed conditions such as Crohn's disease or celiac disease. What can we do? Observe patterns and keep a track of all your stool habits, diet, and any accompanying symptoms. Renew your diet, such as making sudden changes in fiber intake, fat intake, or lactose-containing food items. Consult a healthcare professional. If floating stools are persistent, sticky, greasy, foul-smelling, or accompanied by other symptoms such as abdominal pain, weight loss, or diarrhea, it's important to seek medical evaluation. Floating stools occurring occasionally are not necessarily a cause for concern. Persistent floating stools, in conjunction with other digestive issues, may indicate nutrient absorption problems. It is important to monitor digestive health and its symptoms for better understanding of nutrient absorption. What is the best time to poop as per experts and why? The digestive system is an amazing, intricate apparatus. After food has passed from the mouth to the esophagus, it starts in the stomach. It passes through the small and large intestines after entering the stomach. After spending some time in the large intestine, the food eventually leaves the body as residual waste. No one actually talks about it, even though everyone poops. Although keeping all toilet discussion to a minimum may keep conversations polite, we might be losing out on important health indicators if we do this. Have you ever thought about what the best time to poop is? Yes, even timing to relieve yourself plays a crucial role in keeping your health up to the mark. The ideal time to poop: Brahma Muhurta to early morning 4 a.m. to 6 a.m. According to Ayurveda, the best time to eliminate bowel waste is during Brahma Muhurta, ideally before sunrise. This time aligns with the Vata Kala roughly 2 a.m. to 6 a.m., when the Vata dosha, responsible for movement and elimination, is naturally active in our body. This internal clock, when respected, enhances natural bowel movements, making evacuation easy, complete, and regular. Why timing matters: sync with nature's rhythm. Dr. Kalpana Sera, Senior Ayurvedic Doctor and MD in Internal Medicine at Maharishi Ayurveda Hospital, says, Ayurveda teaches that the body is a microcosm of the universe. Just as nature renews itself at dawn, the human body is designed to detoxify and eliminate waste during this time. Ignoring this rhythm leads to the accumulation of hematoxins, sluggishness, bloating, and disturbed digestion. 66. Health benefits of morning evacuation: supports proper Agni digestive fire for the rest of the day, prevents constipation, gas, and heaviness, enhances mental clarity, mood, and energy, sets a rhythm for timely hunger and better nutrient absorption. Delayed bowel movements, a modern epidemic. Waking late and postponing elimination due to stress, gadgets, or coffee dependence disrupts the natural urge. This suppression vegavidaran is considered a major cause of disease in Ayurveda, leading to conditions like Asha piles, Grahani IBS, headaches, and even depression. Dinacharya and gut health. Ayurveda's daily regimen Dinacharya emphasizes waking before sunrise, oil pulling, abhyanga, and then elimination as a first step of cleansing. When this becomes habitual, it keeps a Pana Vata downward-moving energy balance, which is key to all eliminative and reproductive functions. Supportive habits for healthy morning elimination. Wake up by 5:30 a.m. and drink warm water to stimulate peristalsis. Practice light movements like walking and yoga asanas, e.g., Pawan Muktasana. Sleep on time the previous night. Avoid late-night meals, heavy dinners, and processed foods, which disturb Vata and delay morning evacuation. When the bowel moves at the right time, everything else aligns. Regular and timely bowel movements are not just a digestive achievement, but a holistic health marker in Ayurveda. It reflects balance in dosas, proper sleep, diet, stress, and circadian rhythm, the foundation of good health.